Hey, this is Epic with the Chosen Prime, and today I am back. Yes, finally back with you, taking a look at Robot Paradise's RP-01B Cassettes. And these come to us in the form of Corvus, Shadow, and FIRRIB. Of course, this is Robot Paradise's interpretations of Laserbeak, Ravage, and Frenzy, or Rumble, whichever you prefer. But yeah, we're going to take a look at those and then see what all they come with. Alright, so first off, you get two replacement heads for FIRRIB, and these are the exact same ones that you get for RP-01B, his counterpart. But so one head is the laughing head, and then the other one is the more angrier, annoyed expression. You get two of his blasters, and then of course you get Corvus, you get FIRRIB, and then Shadow. And then of course you get three cassette cases for each one, and then you get his jackhammers. This is actually a decently heavy case because, you know, they're all made out of die cast for the most part, so that's pretty cool. And of course you get three collector's cards, so you got their stats on the back, and if you're interested you can go ahead and read those. Just pause it and take a look and see what they say. And lastly, you get an instruction manual. And of course, it shows you all the transformation steps and things you should be cautious of. So yeah, the transformations are pretty simple, nothing really complex, but we're going to show you how to do each one. But right now we're going to take a look at each character. So first we got Shadow, aka Ravage. And then this is the front of the tape. You can tell by the markings there. So that's picked out in a metallic silver. And then the rest of him, I guess it's either black or really dark, like charcoal, but it looks good. It's all fully painted, of course, and then the legs too are gray and they're painted. All right, so for his transformation, it's pretty simple. You can do it however you want, but I suggest unpegging from right here. His feet are on tabs that peg into his tail, so just unpeg those. And then bring the feet out. And you can see the holes in the peg that I was talking about. So you can bring that out, and then you can bring the legs out. And these are on hinges that also are connected to ball joints. And I don't think this is die cast because it does flex quite a bit. So just be careful of that. But you can bring these out, and like I said, they'll just hinge and rock backwards like this. So bring out both of the legs, and then you can fold these little thigh rockets down. As you can see, they're on a double hinge here. So just bring that down, and then there's a little fin on the side, so you can flip that up. And then same thing on this side. Bring it down, and then you can bring the tail all the way up. And it doesn't actually go all the way up, but it goes to about right there. Then you can drop the legs down, and you're through with that part. Actually, you can rock this back a little bit more, however you want. And then, so for the head, you just flip it up, bring that down, and then this side, you'll see two clamps here. So once you bring this down, and these are also on double hinges, I'll show you again on this side. Bring it down, you can see the double hinge there. It will actually lock the clamp. It slips over this lip right here. So just bring that over, and that's what locks this part into place. So same thing. There you go. And then actually I got them upside down. Bring the legs back around, and that is pretty much it. You're all done with the transformation. So yeah, it's pretty nice, simple transformation. And there you see Ravage, aka Shadow. For the articulation, he doesn't have as much as the MMC counterpart, but actually what we do have here is pretty well done. So he has 3 joints here in his legs, as you can see, and they go all the way back and around, and then you get about that much range here at, I guess, what you would consider his elbow, back and forth, and then the paw can go all the way up and down. And then for the back, again, you have the ball joints and the hinges, so you're able to rock the leg back and forth however you like, and that gives you a little bit more range there. And then again, you get the 3 joints, so the back, or the hind leg, I should say, goes back and forward, and then the paw goes all the way forward and back. So you can get them into some really nice predator stances. So let's see. Bring this one back forward, and then there we go. Now for the head, the neck is on that hinge for transformation, so it goes down to about that far all the way up, and then the head itself is on a ball joint, so he gets good range of motion. Goes all the way around about this much, up, down, and then left to right. And also you'll see the hinge on the jaw, which of course means that his mouth opens, and the mouth opens about that wide, and if you look, you'll see some red paint on the inside there. So yeah, pretty nice detail. And he's also got the red eyes. So yeah, really cool. All right, so next we have Corvus, and yeah, he's painted in this nice red metallic paint with the orange on the front. He's also got the silver in there for the tape markings, and then also some gray. And then on the back, I think this is more of a flat matte silver, or I'm sorry, gray, and then more of the metallic there. So yeah, it looks pretty nice. So for transformation, for this is actually pretty simple, but there are some parts to be careful of. So I would say first you could just bring the legs down if you want, and bring them forward into position there. And then the next step, I would say go ahead and bring out the head. So the head is on a slider. It's not really clear in the instructions. You can grab him by the beak without really having any fear, and then just go ahead and take the back of his head and try to pop it forward like that. And I don't think it locks into place, but it's pretty tight, so it's not going to slide back and forth. And then the next thing you want to do is take the wings, fold them forward like this. And then for his backpack, the first thing you want to do is bring his lasers down. And you want to do this part first, because if you don't, when you fold the rest of it over, you're not going to be able to move them. So the hinges here, they actually look like they're on sliders, but they're not. They're really long hinges, and you can bring it up and do one at a time, because what you're going to need to do is rotate this part. Now for this, you want to be careful, and you do not want to grab onto the fin here, because there's a chance you could break it. It doesn't really feel fragile, but you just don't want to snap that off. So go ahead and get your finger in there and rock that over, and then you can just bring it over the rest of the way. Same thing on this side. Just use the double hinge, bring it up, and then rotate this piece all the way down, and then just force the hinge to go inside, and then you can straighten it out by pressing down on this piece. And then next you want to take the wings, rotate them back so this side is facing down. And then that's pretty much it. You can just articulate them however you want. But yeah, there he is, all transformed and looking pretty cool. All right, so for articulation on Laserbeak, aka Corvus, the head is on two hinges here, so the neck actually, I'm sorry, can rotate up and down, and then the head itself is on a hinge, so he can look straight and all the way down. And then again, like I said, it's on a slider, so just be mindful of that. I don't believe it locks into place or anything, but the feet can rotate in and out. And then the wings are interesting because they can go back and forth. And then you got a hinge here for some up and down. And then you have a second hinge here, or actually it's on two separate hinges. So those can flap up and down. Actually up, not so much. You may, no, you might be able to manipulate it a little bit and get it to go up if you want. But just be mindful, of the paint and everything like that. But the wing itself can go up and down, no problem. So you can get some pretty cool poses out of that. And then of course it rotates back and forth. Then of course he does have the spy camera in his head. So it's a little tricky to get out. I'm just gonna use Spudger, and there you go. Flip that up. And then there is his little spy camera. And again, he also has his yellow painted eyes. So those are really nice looking. But yep, there you go. That is Corvus. Oh, and last thing, you see these slots on the bottom of his feet. Those, of course, can be pegged into the arm of Acoustic Wave. You see there. There's a tab right there. And I'll show you in some pictures, but he can, of course, sit on Acoustic Wave's arm. Oh, real quick, I forgot to mention that his feet are on the transformation hinges. So if you wanted, you could have him sit perched. So that's also pretty cool. So I just thought I'd mention that. So you could rotate the wings and then give him a nice little perched look. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And last but not least, we have FIRRIB, because as we all know, Frenzy is red, Rumble is blue. But yeah, so this is very nicely done in dark blue, and then you got some lighter metallic blue there, some silver accents. Of course, a red, silver, and yellow on the legs, and then the front of the tape, that same light blue and metallic silver. So all painted very well. And before we transform him, I will show you that he does indeed fit into the cases. So that's what it'll look like inside of a case. So yeah, for transformation, of course, I didn't get to show you transformation for rear rib fear. Yeah. But anyways, so pretty simple. Just bring the legs up, and they are on double hinges. What you need to do is actually rotate it down like this so you can separate it. And then you'll be able to bring it up. So once again, rotate it in, and then you should be able to bring the whole thing out. Then you can rotate the foot forward. This is floppy because I loosened it, but you can just tighten it back up. It shouldn't come like that. I loosened it because it was a little tight. So if you're having trouble getting that loose during transformation, just loosen the screw, and I'll tighten it back later on. So don't worry about that. But next thing you do is just rotate the arms down and bring them all the way out. Unfold them, and then I guess before you do, just reach here and grab the fist, pull that out, same thing on this side, grab the fist, pry it out, and then the head, just fold that out and rotate it around, And there you go. Just make sure the waist is extended here. And this will lock into place if you pull it fully. It should look like this. So just to tighten that back up. And there you go. No more loose joints. It might be a little too tight, but it's okay. And yeah, there is FIRRIB. Frenzy is red, Rumble is blue. Me personally, I do like Rumble. I'm just gonna call him Rumble. With the smiling head. So all you're gonna do is just push this out of the socket, and then you can replace it with this head here. There you go. And there he is, as happy as he can be. Now for the jackhammers, because I don't know what they're actually called, you want to fold up the arm and rotate it around so the tape side is facing this way. And then I'll grab the one with the screws facing backwards and basically just slide it into place, and there you go. And then to activate it, you just push down here, and then to lock it back in place, so yeah, pretty cool. Now for his articulation, the head of course can look up because of the transformation. Can't really look down, but he's so short, who's he gonna really look down at, right? The arms can rotate all the way around, and they're also on this pin, which allows you to push them in and out as you see fit. And then of course for the transformation, you have a hinge there, so the shoulder can go all the way up. Actually, yeah, as high as you want. There is no joint in the waist, unfortunately, but the hips can rotate forward and back all the way out, and you have a rotation here at the thigh. The knees are on double joints, so full range there. And then the feet are on ball joints. You probably can't see that, but there is a ball joint in there, and it allows it to rock side to side, and there's a hinge along with that ball joint that lets the foot go all the way back, and you can actually move it all the way forward too. So pretty decent range for this little tiny figure. The elbows, I forgot to mention, are on a hinge that lets it go up about that high. And then for transformation, you have hinges here, and the fist can also rotate in and out. All right, so here they are all together. And yeah, so this is a pretty nice set. Of course, each one fits into Soundwave's chest as a cassette. I'm sure you all know that by now. But yeah, so this set is actually currently sold out at the Chosen Prime, but if you would like to get them when they are available again, go ahead and head over to thechosenprime.com and put your name on the waiting list, and you will be notified as soon as they are in stock again. So again, this is the RP-01B Cassettecon set featuring Corvus, Shadow, and FIRRIB, aka Ravage, Laserbeak, and Frenzy, or Rumble, whichever one you prefer. This is Epic with the Chosen Prime. Have a great day.